Yes, my lovely people, welcome back to J Progress Entertainment again. And my people, Jamaica Chief Prosecutioner, right? The Chief Prosecutor, Paula Llewellyn, has finally had her say in the whole Vybz Kartel case. And before we even go into that, my people, we are going to just jump in a something where the Jamaica Constabulary Force release on the statistics of the dirtings them in Jamaica. Make we jump into that first and then we head over to Paula Llewellyn saying Jamaica Chief Prosecutor. You get what me I say? Alright. Jamaica recorded 31 dirtings last week. That a whole heap of smaddy in a 1 week, me people. Jamaica recorded the 31 dirtings last week according to the latest statistics published on Sunday by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. It covers the period of March 9 to 16. The country dirtings toll now stands at 223 as of March 16, up from 192 a week prior. Wow. It no look good Jamaica, none tall. At March 16 last year, the country recorded 252, which is still lower this year anyway. So that's a decrease this year. Dirtings. This represents 29 less dirtings during the period under review in 2024. While the country recorded the largest weekly jump in knockings and clappings, since the start of the year, homicide remained down 12% when compared to the corresponding period in 2023. So you could say it's an improvement, but how can it be an improvement with so many people losing their lives? You get what me there at? The week of March 2nd to 9 ended with 19 dirtings, putting the national tally at 192. St. James is still the most. Where me for use? Can me have to know me a call for my YouTube channel now. Me can't call any word. St. James is the most evilest parish where take your life in the brink of a nice. If I go on in a central village, it claim a lot of people life, me people. So if you are residents of the central village area are in close proximity to that area, you know, be careful because things don't look good over there. So. Alright. Now, my people, for the grand finale, for the breaking story, Jamaica Chief Prosecutor, Paula Llewellyn, King Counsel, right, finally come out and speak on Vybz Kartel case because we know what happened with the Privy Council recently and that they have quashed Vybz Kartel dirtings conviction and sent him back to Jamaica for a retrial or them let him free. So Paula Llewellyn has come under a lot of scrutiny and a lot of backlash and baiting, and finally now she decided that she need to clear the air. And reason being, DPP says campaign of misinformation aimed at intimidating her office after cartel ruling from the Privy Council. Alright, make we jump in here now, my people. Jamaica Chief Prosecutor Paula Llewellyn, King Counsel, has moved to clarify her action before the decision made by the Supreme Court Justice Lennox Campbell during the 2024 dirting trial of entertainer Vybz Kartel and his co-accused to continue the matter after he became aware of an attempt to bribe the 12-member jury to acquit the men. That's what she said. Right? So, Paula, a long time the people they will wait for you where you come with, and finally you reach her now. While noting that the matter is still under judicial consideration, Director of Public Prosecution DPP Paula Llewellyn said she felt compelled to speak on that narrow issue in light of what she labeled a campaign of misinformation being spread by certain counsel, which she believes amount to an attempt to bring her office into disrepute. And what kind of fancy is that? If you hear me and make mistake, or me can call some word in a this Paula Llewellyn sitting here, remember say a liar them, are intelligent people, them, and me not intelligent like them. So, you know, if you understand them, me can't call some of the words them or me not pronounce them right. Moving on. I think it is a veiled attempt to intimidate the office of the DPP and myself from doing our professional duty in respect of properly preparing ourselves to make submission to the Court of Appeal in this matter, as we are bound to what is consequent on the ruling of the Privy Council in the matter. The DPP told them. So Paula Llewellyn try clear everything. She across the T and that the I them and make the people them know where she stand on the Privy Council ruling, right? The Judicial Committee of the Privy Council last Thursday squashed the dirty conviction of Adija Vybz Kartel Palmer and his co-accused. Sean Storm, right, Campbell, Kiara Jones and Andre St. John for the 2011 dirtings of Clyde's Lizard Williams and remitted the question of whether there should be a retrial to Jamaica Appeal Court. And this is where cartel cases move to now. The fate is left in the Appeal Court of Jamaica or them set Vybz Kartel free. Everybody who have followed up the case know about it. The law lords in their ruling said the decision by the original trial judge to continue the dirting trial after the attempted bribe of the jury had been brought to his attention gave rise to a miscarriage of justice, which is so, rightly so. Lord Lloyd Jones, in delivering the ruling, said the board was of the view that the tainted jury should not have been kept on the jury. Even me, we are not liar that take him off. Like counted other people too. But they were so eager to send down Vybz Kartel and his co-accused. And this is why I think that they have made a poor judgment of keeping that jury on. Just my thought. Remember say me a idiot. Me don't know for them business. Me just a follow what them a say. There was a need to isolate the other members of the jury from the source of contamination. In the board's view, allowing Juror X to continue to serve on the jury is fatal to the safety of the conviction which followed. This was an infringement of the defendant's fundamental right to a fair hearing by an independent and impartial court in accordance with Section 16 of Chapter 3 of the Jamaica Constitution is stated. Even me when I know nothing about the law, would I know say, no matter what them accuse you of, right? You have that fundamental right to a fair trial in the court of law. And also to anything contaminated, whether it's evidence or a jury or whatever, cannot be submitted, right? And should be cast aside from the entire trial. Even an idiot like me know that. So as me say, they were too eager. They were more eager to place Vybz Kartel in prison than to do a proper hearing and a proper trial, which they possibly could have win fair and square, or also to the other way, Vybz Kartel could have walked free. Who knows? Make we continue. Commenting further on the issue, Lord Lloyd Jones said, while the board is mindful of the very serious consequences which may flow from having to discharge a jury shortly before the end of a long and complex criminal trial, it is also very conscious of the danger of deliberate attempts to derail criminal trials, in particular in their closing stage by engineering situations in which it becomes necessary to discharge the jury. On Sunday, Llewellyn said, contrary to the picture being painted, that she had full sway in the matter. The opinion she rendered to the judge was at his invitation, a situation which she said is not novel, as judge from time to time in the course of matter requests the opinion of the head of the ODPP. even though she might not be the one handling the particular case. That no look good. That sound one type of way. But you know what? Me a no liar. Me a no judge. Me is just the man who bring the story to you. So make me move on. I have been made to understand that they have been saying that I somehow breached the Constitution by indicating that we didn't have a problem with the matter going ahead after it was brought to the judge's attention that there was this tainted jury. There are 50 odd lawyers who operate on the behalf of the DPP. But under the Constitution, the DPP is able to step into any case at any time in the interest of justice. And neither the prosecutor who was there before, the judge, nor defense counsel can prevent that. It is a constitutional power, Llewellyn pointed out. But also, Mrs. Llewellyn, on that note, it is also the constitutional right, which should have been the constitutional power, right, of Adidja Piper, Vybz Kartel to have a fair trial with no infringement of whatever nature going forward, right? Moving on. An opinion was canvassed from everybody, defense and prosecuting counsel, but the judge, who is supreme in law, was the one who made the decision, weighing all the different factors. Because he too would have been aware that previously a jury had to be discharged. Because she was put in the situation where it was quite clear she would not have been able to continue, the DPP said. She said up until the day in question, when the judge requested that she appear in chambers along with the defense team and her team of prosecutors, Senior Deputy Director of Public Prosecution Jeremy Taylor and then Crown Counsel Leighton Morris. She would speak to the prosecutors every day and assist administratively or otherwise to prepare for the challenges they would face from day to day. Every now and again, I would pop into court for a few minutes to build up morale because the case was very stressful. Not only for the prosecutors, but the police and the entire office. For a reason I would not go into, Llewellyn stated. Of course, because of Adidja Palmer. Big entertainer who know a cinema prison. So now if you get it right, so, and you know, who know head of your work. Simple as that. On the day Justice Campbell summoned her, she said after hearing from the judge and the foreman, who was called and questioned, the two team of attorneys were asked to say what their opinions were. The attorney for the defense were saying they didn't think the matter should go on. I indicated we wouldn't have a difficulty with the matter proceeding. We are saying 60 odd days have passed and it was a very serious matter and the judge could always issue further and detailed instructions to the jury in addition to the general instructions. He really wanted an opinion from us, and I indicated that we would not have a problem with him proceeding and that any risk for a decision coming down that would be adverse to us, we are the ones who would handle that risk, Llewellyn said. And this is where it came back to bite, you know, Miss Paula Llewellyn. According to the DPP, the issue at hand was of sufficient import for the judge to request the conference of attorneys. There was another issue with the same juror whom offered the bribe, who somehow found himself at the chamber of one of the attorneys in the case, and the attorney came and reported it to the court, and then you add this attempt to bribe. What is the likelihood of having 3 issues to do with a jury in one case of this nature? I have never seen it happen, and I expect the judge, with all his experience had never seen it either. Which is why he had to have an inquiry in an abundance of caution. I think he thought it would be the best thing, she said. He could either have said to the attorney from my chambers, "Counsel with the director and tell me what the opinion is." But in light of the particular nature of the matter, he thought it's better to send for me so I could hear exactly what the foreman had to say, the DPP further said. Added Llewellyn, "It is unfortunate that counsel has sought to spread misinformation and seek to be mischievous and foment misunderstanding on this area. And I can only hope it is not an effort to intimidate me or my office. They must be so careful that in being so irresponsible and spreading this sort of misinformation that it does not act as an adverse factor which undermines our security at the office of the DPP," she said. "We are career prosecutors and we have no vested interest in any case." That is a blatant lie. That is a right out blatant lie from the DPP. We all know that Vybz Kartel Adidja Palmer case with Clive Lizard Williams is the biggest case of your career, and this case can either make you or break you. And if you win this case, Miss Paula Llewellyn, you are in the seating to be considered for political preference. Believe. In April 2014, Kartel was sentenced to life in prison with the eligibility of parole after serving 35 years of his sentence. His co-accused were also handed life sentences, with Sean Storm and Jones being eligible for parole after serving 25 years and St. John's being eligible for serving after serving 15 years. So my people no see where they, but make we know how big this case already is, and we know what it entails, and we know it's the biggest case on them cards so far. And since Paula Llewellyn has been DPP, this is going to be one of her biggest case, more public case, most popular case, like for many of the other lawyers as well, and the other counsels, prosecutors, defendants, counsel, and all of them. We know this is one of the biggest case. So if Miss Paula Llewellyn lose this case, it's going to break her career. It's going to have a big scar on her career. So please don't say or try to let the people think that the same effort that you invest in this case is the same you do in any other case. And you have stated before that this case was one of the most stressful. And you have seen things in this case that you have never seen before. And you have to also make yourself present to lift the morale of the other prosecutors because they know what the nature of this case was. Come on now, man. We fool, but we not that fool. Believe me. 1J Progress Entertainment, me people. I want to already know we got to work already, me peeps. So, me people, do the right thing. 25k we are trying to go by the end of March now, because we hit the 20k already, me people, and we know we can do it. So we are going to just mix up the gravy, take the meat off of the bone, and get that 25k there. Believe me, 1J Progress Entertainment, and no matter what them say, there is no other. Believe.